Hello, this is
Hi.
Student Advisor Mainul Islam. Today, I'm joining with one of the inspiring student, international student from India, Priya Sharma. Priya, this is a new kind of live series from Student where we're going to interview some
Mhm.
existing international students,
Okay.
successful students who have achieved so much so far and also have a story to tell the students who wants to come to the UK, share
Mhm.
their experience and also give some advices. So here we go. We'll start with Priya. Please, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Pierre Sharma, and I'm from India. I came to UK in 2016, and it's gonna be 4 years next month.
Wow.
I came here to study bachelor's in biomedical health, and I completed it in 2018. And now I'm doing my master's of research in biological sciences.
That's great. That's great. So you have started your bachelor here, and then also you have started your masters with the
Yeah.
same course. So could you tell us like which university you have started?
Yeah, I started in University of Derby, and I'm still in University of Derby at the minute.
That's great. And also you have secured a place for PhD student,
Yes, I did.
same field. So could you give us a brief background
Yeah.
details about the course or also PhD
Yeah.
program you're going to take from next year?
Okay, so I'll start from my bachelor's. As I said, I did my bachelor's in biomedical health. So I studied all about health, and the final research I did in my third year was on diabetes, and that was how student life impacted on diabetes and how their income and diet, everything, how combines to the impact of diabetes. And then I was looking for my master's and applied to a few universities, but I wanted to stay in Derby because there's so many reasons I like Derby University, that we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
And then I chose Master of Research in Biological Sciences, where I am studying about impact of apelin on neurodegenerative diseases. Um, and in between of my Master of Research in last November, because I have planned all my way through my PhD when I came to UK. So I was looking for PhDs all over the place, findaphd.com, all the university websites because they post on their own website as well. So I get to know about one PhD position on my birthday because I was
Wow.
crazy about finding a PhD.
That's
And I
great.
wanted it to be paid or at least half paid by the university
Hmm.
or by the government. And I found a PhD which was due in 2.5 months. So I just only had a 2.5 months to prepare for my PhD interview for the proposal. And with the help of my friends and family members, that, oh, yeah, you can do it, you can do it. I applied for it. That was my PhD is on Alzheimer's disease, which is a neurodegenerative disease. And I'm looking for the apelin, and I'm looking like how apelin can cure Alzheimer's, because currently there is no cure for Alzheimer's disease. And then I applied for it. I went through the interview. I went for the proposal, and yeah, it's been a good journey from my BSc to my PhD. So I will start my PhD in hopefully September if the COVID-19 has been sold out. If not, then next year for sure.
That's great. That's a great story. You find very few students who have actually started their university life in the UK, higher education in the UK, and also completed BSc, then MA or MRes, and then follow up to the PhD program. So this is really a great story, Priya. And I know if anyone watching us, I would like to tell, like, I know Priya personally. I live in Derby as well, so we get to see each other quite often. And I'm kind of an admirer to her. Like, she inspires me a lot. Such a young person. She's so young to becoming a doctorate in a few years' time, and that gives me so much good feelings about, and also proud about her like if she can be our sole inspiration for so many other international students who come to UK pursuing higher education. So Priya, your higher education journey was really good, and could you just tell us like how, when you started first year in the UK, how actually it took you to get used to with it, because you came from India, and I know the
Yeah.
education system is a little bit different than South Asian countries to the Western world. Would you just
Yeah.
give us a slight idea of it?
To be honest, I'm not going to lie about my journey from BSc till now. It's been like fluctuated, so many positive things, and I have to face so many negative things as well.
Mhm.
So when I came here, I was like, okay, it's just a study visa. It's a UK only. What can happen? Nothing. But the thing is, like in India, we are not prepared about like, oh, you're gonna see a wide range of culture and so many different things in India we're not allowed to do. So in India, I used to get scared from dark, but when I came here, I have to walk alone myself. So that changed my whole perspective. Like, no, you can do it because in India, you have family members, you have your mom, your dad, they will support you on every single point. But when you come here, you get to know how life works, like how it is. You you literally learn how to live your life yourself. And I can say fully, like, yeah, I'm an independent woman now from last 2.5 years. Yeah, I can say that.
Great.
Um, when I came here, I was scared. Like in India, I was like, okay, bookworm kind of person who always study, no social life, no communication with anybody. Just go to school, go to tuitions. That's it. All your focus is just get above 90. That's it. Your parents will be happy you're
Well,
happy. Yeah, but here the perspective about study is totally different. You enjoy while you're studying.
that's
The
great.
lifestyle you get here is, I can say, like, yeah, that's like a bonus. You're studying and you're getting a lifestyle, like a brilliant lifestyle that you can never imagine. I could never imagine if I was in India. I would have been like a bookworm, study and that's it. Be a doctor, that's it.
Yeah.
And when I came here, I faced so many problems like going out or like, oh, I'm not good enough for other people, thinking like, oh, everybody is like good than me. But thank God to the University of Derby teaching staff. They are brilliant. It took me 1.5 years to speak up for myself. Like, yeah, I can speak to them. For first 1.5 year, I used to be scared, like, oh no, I can't talk to them. They're like teachers. Like a thinking in India we have like they are elder than us. We can't talk to them like that.
Not as harmonious as here in the back
Mm,
home.
yeah.
You see a relationship between teacher and the students.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like eye-opening like experience. So you feel like, oh no, they're like more than friends. They will help you beyond their limits. They will do. You can ask them question like million times. They will answer you. They won't say like, oh no, I'm not gonna answer you. Uh, I thought I was gonna struggle with English, but it was fine. They help you. University provide you English classes, and they help you in every single way. I was really bad at writing, to be honest, and my handwriting is the worst. I give my exam, and then my teacher said that they can't understand how I write my name and how I spell it because that's how bad I was. And then they advised me. They sent me to the skill development classes. I went there, like I enhanced my writing. I like it's not something to shame about. Like in India, we are like, oh no, if I'm not good at studies, then I'm nothing. But here, if you're not good at studies, you can show your talent in other ways as well. Like now I'm working in a laboratory and theory based, yeah. I'm To be honest, I'm not that good at theory, but I am good at laboratory work. So like you can show your talent in different ways. Um, and or like here you face so many people from like different religions, whereas it changed your perspective, like, oh yeah, like it's totally different. Like my favorite part is food. You get food for all the countries, like food. I mean, look, my parents say like you're getting so fat when I came here. Yeah, because I cook so much food here. Like, that's the thing.
So much
Um,
varieties, yeah.
yeah, so much varieties. And about the financial states, it's you can work and you can study at the same time. It's not that hard job.
Which
Like
is
I,
quite, yeah,
sorry,
than back, which is quite different in back home. Normally
yeah,
we just focus on study while we're
yeah.
studying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was like a bookworm, but now I study and I earn my fees by myself. I didn't ask my parents for my fees. So that was like, yeah, I can do something in my life. Yeah, I can earn and I can study at the same time.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a
yeah,
great insight. Yeah.
yeah, like there's so many things, that so many positive things, and other things are like your mental health. You need to maintain your mental health. When you come here, you're homesick, you have no one to talk about. But if you use the opportunities, like go and talk to people. We have a student union at every university in the UK. You can talk to people, you can make connections that will help you ease your mental health and all the issues that you're having. You have somebody to talk to, you have something like a purpose to live, you know what I mean?
We'll come back to this topic later on. I think it's
Mhm.
quite an important one to talk. Let's introduce you again to the new viewers who just joined us. This is
Yeah,
ATM Mainul Islam and OK Student Advisor. Here we are running a new kind of live series with the students, existing students in the UK, mostly the international students, who are going to share their experience, share their journey through UK higher education. And this is Priya Sharma, who is a Derby University MRes student at this moment, and who also successfully secured a funded PhD program on biological or biomedical health
I like
science.
this.
I'm sorry, it's my bad. And yeah, Priya, would you just give me one? I have one more question to ask. For the students like me who
Yep.
came from India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, or any other Asian, South Asian countries, um, we face kind of a culture shock when we come to the UK or a new Western country. So, did you face or felt anything like that when you first came here? And if you did, how did you actually get cope with it, or how?
Uh, to be honest, I didn't face that phase that much my because I have a family in UK and a family in Canada and Australia as well. So we are pretty cool about things that in India people are worried about. So let's say about cultural stuff like, oh, wearing different clothes, meeting new people, going out and stuff, going to pubs and clubs. But the only thing I faced was a coming home at night time. So I have to come before like a certain time, which
Mhm.
is, yeah, that's for my security. I don't mind that. But other cultural stuff, I think other people would face is like going out and stuff, not meeting new people, having like a new broad era where you have so many different people, like all the ethnicities, all people from different countries. Like in University of Derby as well, I've seen mostly like all like international students. If you talk to them, they have a same story to tell because they came from a same region. They have faced the same issues and same good things. So if you talk about that, then you solve these things up. But the culture stuff is the positive thing I'm going to talk about, because I only like positive things, is the food, different people. You get to know about different cultures. And like I'm more about like if I talk to people, I talk to about their religion. I talk to about like how your country is different and how is the study in your country and how you live your life in your country, which you can make a difference. Like I make a difference from like when I met you, I ask you these questions like, oh, tell me about your religion, tell me about your country, how people live there. So I'm pretty much curious and pretty much cool about these things. Like I ask people about this stuff, but I don't think so. People face too much issues with the multicultural countries, because I think everybody like to have like a multicultural things and meeting new people, different conditions everywhere.
Yeah,
So it's pretty
that's
cool.
great. Well, we have actually a few more actually curiosity of it's my personal.
Uh-huh.
Why choose UK? Was the decision? I mean, what was the key point behind this decision? I think you told me that you have relatives in Australia as well. So why not? So why you choose UK?
Okay, so there's so many things, but I'm going to talk about a few. If you look at the data, the UK is the most popular country amongst international students.
Yeah,
Everybody want to go to UK, and if not UK, then they go to different countries. All the universities, they provide more than 50,000 courses with about, in each course they have like more than 2,500 different subjects which you can choose, and every subject you can take it to a different level. Like I took mine, I started from biomedical health, I chose biological sciences, and then took it one subject to a PhD level, which I started from about my BSc. And the second thing is, UK universities, the degrees they provide is recognized worldwide. You can use their degrees anywhere in the world.
yeah, you do.
Multicultural, it is a multicultural country. Different people, students come from every single country I have met in university, and excellent, like it's brilliant service for international students, like brilliant, and they provide you every single help that you need coming from any countries that you're coming. Like I came from India to UK. When I take off the plane, after that it was like, yeah, they call you like if you need any help, every single help. Mental health, they take care of your mental health, like, which is like pretty good. Like everybody suffer from mental health issues at some extent. Some people cope with it, some people don't cope with it. And on the top of all the qualities, you have a social life.
Yeah.
Clubs, societies, pubs, it's all like freedom. You can do anything.
And also, most of the universities have center like global center for all the international students from everywhere who can
Yeah.
come together and get to know each other from different countries.
Yeah.
And I'd like to add something on the mental health one, which is really important topic for international student because we come away from our families, start living ourselves. So at one point, it could be a big issue for each and every single one.
Yeah.
So university has a designated or mostly student-friendly mental student support system where
Yeah.
you can go tell your problem, discuss with them, book appointments with a counselor, and also if you are having any particular issue, they deal with that issue, they provide you support like anything you need from financial to your study, if you need extra time on submissions and all those things. And that's actually very helpful for the students who, yeah, who suffers from mental illness at some point. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Obviously, um, Priya, look, you are in the UK since 2016, and obviously, you mentioned before, like you have been studying and also working part time at the same time. Could you
Yeah.
share with us, like, how was your perception? I mean, when you started thinking of working alongside your study, which wasn't really quite common in your country when you
Yeah.
were there. So, how was your experience, and how do you feel now? How did it change you?
Yeah. When I came to UK, I started working after 1.5 week. So I came to UK, started looking for jobs because something in my mind was, I don't want to ask my dad for my money. I
Ah,
want to pay myself. They paid my fees like for the first year, but I was like, no, not anymore, because if I took the decision to go out of the country, then I should take a responsibility to manage myself financially as well. I started working in a store, in a like a local store in my area, where I worked as a retail assistant. Worked there for nearly 2 years, but after 1 year, um, I was promoted to a supervisor, where I worked as a supervisor. Um, After that, I worked in a post office. I'm still working in a post office, so I've been working there for like nearly 2 years now. The things I've learned is if you know how to manage your time, like I used to go to uni 4 or 5 days a week, and then obviously you have assignments, you need more time. And then I used to work on Saturday, Sundays, because if you stay home, if I stay home personally, I do nothing. I will stay in a bed and eat. That's my schedule for Saturday, Sundays. So I was like, okay, why not less work on the weekends? And obviously people don't like to work on weekends, and you get more shifts on weekends. um, I worked on weekends, learned a lot of stuff, especially how to talk to people,
Yeah.
communication skills, which is necessary. Is like, yeah, you need it. You get patience, so many patience, because you get different kind of customers.
Yeah.
Um, I had a like a literally a totally opposite background. Like studying medical health, but I'm working in a store, which for me is really interesting. Like you literally have no mental pressure because you're studying something else, you're working something else. That's like my therapy.
Yeah,
And
it's kind of diverse your mind, give you a break from your
yeah,
study. I mean, if you're focusing full time on study, if you go for 1 or 2 days for work, it diverts your mind for a while, and then you can regain that energy to go back to study. And
yeah,
that's I found it quite useful because I'm an international student too, and
yeah,
so I did the same thing just to keep myself on the track, and it helped in a bigger way. And the best part is, obviously, I think you're going to mention is that you can earn some money.
yeah.
Uh,
That's it. When you earn money, when you know you're getting something, you get more confident. And
more
when I was promoted to a supervisor, I was like, yeah, I can go further.
do it.
And
Confidence, it builds
yeah,
up
yeah, it
slowly.
builds up confidence. Yeah. And you make so many connections as well, to be honest. You meet
Yeah,
new people and you just get to know one by one everybody. So that's a good part. You get so many skills, like leadership skills. In university, they will ask you to learn the leadership skills. If you're working, you already get it, because you're under a leader or you are a leader. So
you.
either way, you get in your skills, communication skills, which you will have to put in your CV, or you have to develop any skills in university, but you already have it. You have to do like a work placement in university as a your coursework, but
Yeah.
you know how to work. If you're not working anywhere, you don't know how to work, you're gonna struggle with that. So if you're already working, it will be easy for you.
That's great, Priya. I think that's one of the key thing when an international student comes overseas, that it doesn't give you the education only. That's in part of the international study or education is like make a person, a
Yeah,
student. Uh, I mean, to extend him or his or her
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
globally, to make it global or extend it in a wider way than from one single country. So
yeah,
I think you feel that confidence because of you came out from your country and you have learned how to survive in the UK, and that
yeah.
give you much better confidence. Now you have a PhD. Now you think you can go for any profession, any career, or any job. You will be definitely ahead of the students or the person who doesn't didn't do that stuff.
I mean, like I'm gonna be doing teaching in first 3 years of my PhD. So
Okay,
yeah, I'm confident that yeah, I will do it, because I know I have communication skills, I have leadership skills. That's all you need for like being a leader and stuff. You know what I mean?
that's
So
great.
these skills you learn. We say like we just go to work just for money. No, you learn so much stuff.
Yeah, that's the kind of learning you won't get anywhere else. Like when
Yeah,
I started working in a restaurant as a waiter when I first came to the UK. So I was really bored because I never done that job before in my country. So I wasn't really getting it in my plate that if I'm going to do it or not. So suddenly I was talking to one of the customer. If I'll tell you one example, like he is an official from Rolls Royce.
okay.
I was talking to him and we had a really nice chat. And I was telling him, you know what, I just need to do something else. I'm not really getting and feeling that this will take me somewhere. And he
Hmm.
said, what you're doing the great best thing at this moment. So like what? Like you are learning how to communicate.
Yeah, that's the best point about these jobs.
Yeah, you're learning how to communicate with different people, and you if you go to the job market and in the job industry or any other industry, they're going to give you an advantage.
Yeah.
And most people who doesn't do this type of work or anything like part-time while they're studying, they'll definitely go a step back on this interview. One more thing, Priya, we are halfway to our live, and I would like to welcome the new viewers who have joined us. This is ATM Mainul Islam. I'm an OK student advisor, and I'm here with Priya Sharma, is a Derby University MRes, yeah,
Yeah.
Master's in Biomedical Science, and going to start her PhD next year. And this is our new kind of live series about telling student stories who are already in the UK and who have actually completed some steps of higher education. So Priya had completed her bachelor from the UK at the same university, University of Derby, and also her master's. And now she's going to do her PhD from next year. So she's one of the most inspirational character to me because she's so young. You won't believe that she have achieved that much in that short time, which I couldn't imagine by myself. And it could be a very inspirational thing for the students who are coming to the UK to pursue their higher education. Priya, the September intake going to start, and we know that despite of having the COVID issues, the most universities are going to open their campuses for uh, September intake. Could you just tell or share your experience and also give some tips for the student who are going to come in September intake just last minute before they take off from their country? What sort of preparation you had and what you think students should have?
To be honest, when I came, I got my visa about 10 days before my classes was gonna start. So I had no preparation because I didn't know if I'm gonna get my visa or not. I prepared everything in like literally 3 to 4 days.
Yeah.
And things are what a mistake I did is I packed so much stuff. So many clothes. Like literally so many clothes that I never wore because here is totally different. In
Yeah.
India, we wear like different kind of things, and here it's like totally different. When you see people, you want to change stuff. He was like, no. But the money I spent on clothes in India, that was wasted. So I had to buy new ones anyway. And the second thing is, I was so worried, like, oh, this is a new thing. I don't know if I'm gonna survive or not. But the thing is, if you have a confidence, if you believe in yourself, have a faith on yourself, you will be fine.
Yeah, yeah. That's the best kind of a mindset that I'm going to deal something new, and whatever the situation is, I'm going to deal it. And
Yeah.
that was the first initiative of mine as well. If I share with you my experience when I came to the UK, so I literally didn't buy anything because I knew that everything I'm going to bring over in the UK that's not gonna be useful. So I just came kind of like empty-handed, just only a rucksack and light, very light, and I had to. I did buy all the stuff from here. But a few key things for the students who are coming to the September intake or anywhere, anytime in the UK next year or this year. I think they need to know their university better as much as they can know one before they depart. Also knowing the city they're going to leave or stay, and
Yeah.
also another great thing to find is like the societies and the communities of their own country. So that will give an advantage of if you know few people before you come to the city or the university from your own country, though it might be helpful to sort out some of the stuff you need to do upon arriving. For
Yeah.
example,
And
yeah,
yeah, and mainly the course that you're studying. Some
yeah.
people don't have an idea that what they're gonna study.
Yeah, so always need to better to look into the course contents and what they're going to study, and
Yeah.
also like uh, getting in touch with the societies will give you an advantage of like, to find out someone from the same language who
Yeah.
can actually guide you through the initial things. For example, setting up a bank account, doing a GP, like NHS stuff, and
Yeah.
also completing your NI inquiries or NI number
Yeah, give
procedure.
you a DRP and everything that you have to do in the 14 days when you come.
So these are the key few things if any student basically look before they depart from their country. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously, bear in mind, like, we might have a little bit cultural shock, although it's quite global. The world is now, it's because of the globalization, we know everything what is happening in the States or what is happening in India, and they know as well. But still, the places are different, and obviously reminded like the weather as well, the great
Yeah.
British weather.
You can't trust British weather at all.
So better when you're coming, if it is September, maybe your back home temperature is 30, 32, 33 degrees Celsius, but it's not going
Here
to
it's
be in the
fine.
UK. So
I remember when I came, I used to wear a jacket, like a light jacket, and my cousins used to wear a shorts, which looked say like really weird. But I was literally cold because I came from like 30, 40 degrees, and like sudden it's like 14 degrees.
14 degrees. So it was another shock, weather shock.
Yeah, it's like a weather shock. Yeah.
Well, Priya, I have some more things to know from you. As I'm a master student myself, but I'm not good at writing. As most of the international students have similar situation. I mean, students from Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, we don't do much assignments as
Yeah.
UK students do. So, could you just like give us some tips or some of the insights of how to structure a really nice or acceptable proposal? So, like writing a motivational letter, because you have wrote your proposal for
Yeah.
PhD program, you got accepted it, and definitely it was really good one. That's why you got accepted. So, could you just give us some sort of insider tips of how to write? I mean, for personal statement and also any kind of motivational letter for scholarships. Last one would be the PhD one proposal.
Uh, so the first thing about UK is the best thing about UK is they care about quality more than quantity. So as doesn't matter if you write a 500 words, but if they are the best quality, yeah, you're choosing. And if like in when I came here before, I used to update my CV like after 2 years, 3 years. But what I've learned is if you update your CV as like you do things, you just update it as soon as you do something new.
Yeah,
As soon as you learn something new, just update it rather than keeping it to the end. And writing about personal statement, I wrote my personal statement when I was in India when I applied for UK. Just be clear like what you're writing. Don't just like copy and paste from Google because that's not going to define who you are.
yeah,
Write what you are. If you'll be accepted, you'll be accepted. Otherwise, if they're gonna like say no, when you're gonna get there, you're gonna struggle. So be concise and be clear and be who you are. um, about the assignments is when I struggled a lot in the first 2 years because I wasn't that good at writing. As you said, we don't do that much writing in back home. uh, University provide you skill classes where you can enhance your writing skills. Also, university when they give you feedback. So how I started my writing is when you submit an assignment. When I submitted my first assignment, literally every single line there was a comment on by my tutor on every single line. So normally what I used to do is I get my marks like 50, 60, whatever it is. Okay, fine. One day, my tutor told me that I have seen no improvement in your writing, and it has been the same. Then she sat with me, she told me how to do it. So basically, they will write, okay, this is what you need to improve. If you, I used to print it out and like see how I can do it. So they tell you like, oh, this is wrong here, this is wrong here. But if you don't check it, you don't know what mistake you have done. But if you check the rubric, you know what you could improve and what you can in the future. So from first year, and my proposal being accepted as a PhD student is a big achievement if I look for my writing skills. And to be honest, I took classes for writing because I wasn't good. And the second thing is, like, rather than writing about, like in India, I used to writing like me, I, this, that, just about myself. But here, they don't use first
I
person, they use like in a third person. So that's totally different.
Yeah,
And practice makes a man perfect. So
yeah.
you need to practice.
So could you just briefly tell us about the mentorship or personal tutor you had during your courses and how impactful they were in your journey?
My personal tutor is an angel for me. So literally, I had same personal tutor from my bachelor's till today, and I had the same supervisor till day first and now. Personal tutor is something like, is literally a second after you, that's second help for you. Yeah. So if anything you have wrong and anything you need advice, you just go to your personal tutor, arrange a meeting, just go to them. So basically in here in UK they have like hours where you can meet them, and they're happy to do so. They will happy to help you. If you need any guidance on how to do assignments, as I was talking about my writing skills, my personal tutor helped me how to do it. Literally, we sat there for 1.5 hours. He talked me through how to do these things. Personal tutor helps you do everything. They will advise you about your career. They will advise you what to choose, what they think will be better for you. So so there is a subject called self signaling, and I'm not good at that because your personal tutor can see from your marks like how good you are, or in this class how good you are. So he said, if you want to get good marks, I will advise, don't choose this subject for your third year, because that will impact. So here it comes. They will advise you what is good for you, what is not good for you. And it's up to us if we want to accept it or not. And I didn't go for my personal tutor for first 1.5 year because I've been so lazy and so scared talking about my things. But when I've been there and I see the improvement, and now I see like, yeah, there is a big impact and big influence by your personal tutor. They
Yes,
help
that is,
you mentally, physically, everything.
yeah, that you, and also from my side is the same thing. My personal teacher, my mentor is my kind of best friend. Like the person
Yeah,
have, I always tell him like, if I came through a rough rock
yeah,
and you see something structured now, is that you who have polished it to
yeah.
what
They push you
it is.
towards diamond. Let's say that.
That's like there goes some extra bit if you need to.
Yeah,
If you're anything, if you're in any difficulties, they're always there. And I really appreciate that approach from the universities in the UK, and this is phenomenal. You won't find it, maybe, I'm not sure, in other countries, but in the UK it's great.
yeah.
So
It is.
that's great, Priya. And I would like to invite the viewers who have joined with us now, or I will introduce myself again. Etienne Mainul Islam, a OCA student advisor and also a student from Nottingham Trent University. I'm joining with another student, a very successful and very inspiring student from Derby University, Priya Sharma, who is doing her MRes at this moment in Biomedical Science and going to do her PhD in next year in same field. And we are so happy to have you, Priya. I would like to know one more thing. It is like about, I'm working in the banner of OCA student, and you are familiar with us. So
Yeah.
could you just tell us a bit about like how did you came to know about OCA student, and also how actually you feel about us and details if you have anything.
Yeah. Uh, for the first person I get to know about OK Student was you.
Yeah.
I remember we had a conversation about OK Student. when you guy was gonna establish it. And then I met Nick in University of Derby.
Yeah.
We talked about, and I did some volunteering work for you.
Yeah,
I remember.
that's
Uh,
great.
yeah, and I've been to OK Student office in Nottingham a few times as well, and the staff, I would say, is the staff is like the stars of OK Student. They are brilliant. The way they talk, the way they explain things, including you as well. I know you're my friend, but
Thank you.
it's like amazing. When I first met, because I knew you, when I first met Nick, I was like, wow, like it's if this person have this much brilliant mind, I can imagine others. And I went to OK Student with you, I think, and I met the other staff. Uh, there was a guy and another guy. And we had a conversation about 40 minutes. And
Wow.
the way they explained things, I was preparing, no, I got my PhD at that time, and he asked me questions, how I get it, how they helped me. I remember you and Nick helped me to maintain my mental health when I was preparing for my PhD.
Yeah.
And you said that, yeah, I believe in you. You can do it. I remember you saying this.
Yes.
And uh, the student, like I've met in OK Student, the feedback they have about you guys, as I have applied my sisters through you as well. You applied for my sister in Derby Uni, and I got it like in 1 week, the offer letter. And that was brilliant. I was like, wow, we can actually do it. Whereas in other countries, like in India, let's talk about India, agents charge you to get your offer letter, which common people would never knew that there is no charge for offer letter.
Yeah.
And the positive vibe you guys give is brilliant. Like I would say, like if you want to go anywhere else, just don't go to OK Student, because you get everything. You helping planning your visa, like getting your offer letter, till getting your accommodation, what else we want, being an international student. And all the staff members, they are from different countries. It's not just like based in a one country, like one country family. It's just like people from different countries have their own experience and different experience, studying everything different. So which is a brilliant, and they have been own students, so it's like pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like yeah, you can trust OK Student.
Thank you, Priya. This is our motto. Like, we are students helping other students. So orchestra
Yeah.
believes in empowering students more than like the professionals. So this is a great thing. If I tell some more about orchestra students, this people who are watching right now, we are an advisory firm and based in UK, Nottingham, and we help students in their application processes from all over the world. We mainly help international, EU, and also home student as well. And it's run all over by the students. So you are getting like an help from other students who have been through the process, who knows, and who also can share their experience of the UK. That's great. And the last thing I would like to know about that is, the COVID has taken everything. I mean, kind of technically, they have taken and stopped everything from the world. So while the lockdown happened, we know that every course or all the learning processes have gone transformed through online. So could you just tell us a bit about like learning online? I mean, going
Yep.
through the learning processes from your university and what you have felt about it.
I mean, these last few months has been a hardest time for everybody, especially for students, because you're used to go to universities, and people who go to work as well. They are used to go to out. Uh, First, it was really hard because you have to do everything online rather than going to library, because I'm a more like a library person rather than staying at home, because when you stay home you have so many distractions. So
Yeah,
I'm kind of that person who can't concentrate when people are around me. So when I first started, it was a bit difficult. I couldn't do anything, but university provide you all the help you need online. You can call them online. They're available all like the opening hours. IT department is open all the time. You can call, you can video call your tutor, your mentor, or any your mental health people you need, your counselor. Everyone is like they're helping you the best they can. We can say like it can't be as you go to uni. It's totally there was like a big huge difference, but you can't say like no, the life has totally been changed because you can do the same things. It's just you have to make a plan. You have to like yeah think about it. Like you staying home and you're doing this work, you have to get this done. And when this lockdown was gonna like, yeah, it was like, okay, the lockdown is gonna end now. And I was pretty sad because I started liking lockdown. Because what I've seen is I've gained like I got more marks than I go to uni and do it. And
Okay.
it's just because you're home, you have nothing else to do, you have no work to do because everything is closed. All you have is, if you want to pass your time, is do your work. That's it. And I was like, wow, brilliant. I told mom and dad that this is like big improvement in my marks. And they was like, okay, you can just stay home and do work online. You don't need to go to uni. But the other things are like you have social life. But in COVID lockdown, you didn't have it. I didn't have any social life. So yeah, it depends on a person to person. But university is giving 100%, let's say 120% to help every student.
Do
So
you think, like, because of the COVID, we had this experience in learning online? Do you think it's going to change a bit of the course of higher education? Whether, I mean, do you think that online learning could be useful in a way, like you just explained yourself, like you started liking staying home, getting more time, and putting more time on your coursework, and you are getting better marks. So,
I
yeah,
think that can be a good option as well, because you're saving, if we compare it financially, you're saving so much money if you study online. You're saving, being an international student, you save 10 grand, which is a big amount of money. And as I said before, is it depends on a personality, what kind of personality you are.
yeah,
Like, it depends. If you like staying home, if you like doing work on yourself, that's good. If you're like a library person or like if you like going out and doing stuff, then yeah, different. But if you're doing online, you can have more time to yourself. You can work more. You can be productive, and you can
right.
work obviously. So you have more time. But going to university is a different kind of like yeah, it's a different satisfaction you have.
Meeting your friends, getting
Yeah,
the lunch, have coffee with your friends and tutors.
yeah,
This is a different kind of feeling. That's why
yeah,
campus needed, and also get some kind of like a good vibe when you're around with people and other students.
yeah.
Well,
And
I think
also the skills that you're gonna learn when you go to uni, you can't learn them at home
yeah,
because you go through the phases.
of course, because you are not going to attend any lectures, but you're
Yeah,
doing some online classes uh,
yeah,
run by the tutors from live streams. Well,
yeah.
the last but not the least one, you are in the Derby for last 5 years, I guess, and nearly
Yep,
4 years plus.
fully, yeah.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about Derby as a city, and also what you like most about Derbyshire in the UK, places you traveled, and you would like to travel when the lockdown is lifted for full.
Derby is like it's a colorful city, to be honest. Let's say that. I used to live in a countryside, which is about 25 minutes away from Derby, but I spent my most of the time in Derby city centre, with you guys sometimes, and on my own or in uni. And like you're gonna know the answer that food is like it's a different kind of, different level satisfaction.
Yeah.
Everywhere you get different foods, different people, older culture. City center is like filled with people all the time. And on the streets, like people playing music and like different kind of talent. They having like different music system which they made by themselves and they're playing on
Yeah.
a street
Yeah.
and work for charity is fabulous. And around Derby is like so many places you can visit, like Matlock. It's brilliant area, like mountains and everything. You can go for walk. It's nice park, everything. You can have a really different kind of like nice view. Buxton, you can go to Buxton, which is about 30-40 minutes away.
Yeah.
Uh, it's central, so all the seasides are like 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours away, which is not that difficult. You can travel in a one day rather than people traveling like 6 hours for one seaside. Um, the places I have been is I've been to London, obviously. When everybody come to UK, they will go to London. That's the first place they're gonna go to. I've been to London, Manchester, Liverpool. Yeah, Manchester and Liverpool is big cities. They're my favorite too. If the second place I would live in UK will be Liverpool.
Wow.
Um,
That is.
yeah, Leicester and some few cities and villages we've been to, like relatives, or like if we've been to Lake District, which is like fabulous area. The places that I want to go, that I wanted to go from a long time, is Wales
Oh,
and
yeah.
Cambridge. Yeah, because I've seen on OK Student page, like they posted Cambridge pictures. You was in there, and
Yeah.
Preeti, Zara, and Arnab was there. And then I was like, oh, I haven't been there. Like, I would literally go because it's so nice. It will give you satisfaction. You have something to do. 1 day trip is enough. You can, like, your 1 week is eased. You have mental satisfaction if you go out. And
We yeah. We went there as a one-day trip, and it was fabulous, and I'd love to go
yeah,
again. I think Cambridge is the best city in the UK.
yeah,
Um,
that looks really good.
so beautiful, so beautiful. Might be a little bit expensive to live there, but for visitors, always welcome. And the boat trip you have, that's out of this world, I would say. And the narration while they actually show you around through the boat trip, they'll tell the stories of different, sorry, colleges of Cambridge University, the rivalry between the Kings and the what is called Trinity, and how the canon between each other, pointing on each other. I mean, not actually fighting, but because of the rivalry. It's like kind of uh, Harry Potter style, the Gryffindors versus Slytherin. This is the type, and it's just great. And also, I think you'll agree with me. The Peak District we go, it's
Oh,
just 30 minutes away drive. Um,
yeah.
that's the best place for any person to go during the summertime or even in the winter.
Winter, yeah.
I think it's, from my view, is one of the best places in the world.
Yeah, that you can visit. And it's just 30 minutes away, not even that long.
Yeah.
And it's not that expensive either, because I stayed last year like 4 days, and it was like £110 for 4 nights, which is
Wow.
not that, yeah, which is not that expensive. It's so good. And you're having a nature all to yourself.
That's really great. It's so close to nature. And also, the place called Chatsworth House.
Oh, that's
We,
amazing.
yeah, I've been there twice. If and I have came to know about one thing about this place. Like, it's a house of the Duke and Duchess of Devonshire, and this
Uh-huh.
place also took some of the historical the movie called The Pride and Prejudice,
Oh,
right?
okay. I haven't
Yeah,
watched it yet. I
up
will
there,
soon.
and also Crown, some of the stories of Crown, and
It's different.
some other short movies or stories actually.
Oh,
But it's,
okay.
it's a nice place. It's very, very well decorated of 17th century castle, and it's for students. You will always get a discount.
Yeah, they
Uh,
get discount, yeah. And it's busy all the time. People love it.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
even the
great.
canal outside, people sit there, have like a picnic and stuff. It's like amazing. That's why I like UK the most. People, like, they love their life. They have
Yeah,
nothing to worry about. They love their life.
they live their life as well.
Yeah, that's,
And
that's what we're earning for. If you ask somebody, they was like, we in India, like our parents as well, they save money for us. They don't enjoy their life. They save money for us. But here, people live for themselves. They don't care about like if I have to save that much or like I have to do this. No, they just live their life peacefully and happily. That's it.
Yes, and then the people start learning one thing, like how to be independent and how to be on their
Yeah,
own feet from a
yeah,
very young age, and which is
yeah.
really really good practice. And yeah, we are nearly at the end of our live session, and I would like to thank you, Priya, personally, and from all the
Thank
students
you for inviting.
to be with me today and sharing your all those valuable experience. And I'm so glad that you have joined with me today.
Thank
And
you.
I'm looking forward to meeting you soon.
Yeah, will
But
do.
and we will have a few more lives probably with you because you have so much to give to the students and the student community coming to the UK. And obviously, if anybody is watching us from around the world, from OK Student Networks, from YouTube or Facebook, if they want to have any sort of inquiries to put, please go to www.okstudent.co.uk/form, and you can ask anything you have, and also you can book any appointment with any of the advisors you would like to. And for questions and inquiries, you can also email info@okstudent.co.uk. And Priya, please um, share your thought, and thanks for coming with.
Thank you. Thank you guys for joining us. And thank you, AT, for inviting me, for telling people about myself and my experience. I hope you guys will get something out of it and it might help you. Um, and I'm happy if you have any question, you can ask OK Student about me, my lifestyle, or anything that you guys have in your mind. And I'll be happy to answer all the time. Thank
That's
you.
great, Priya. And also, I would like to know one more thing. If any student wants to get in touch with you, will you be
Yeah,
okay too?
yeah.
That's great.
I'm more than happy.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your
Thank you.
time and your stories. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye bye.